Despite moving at a somewhat slow pace last video, I'm almost at the end of Route 217. So it looks like we're not going to check out Acuity Lakefront quite yet. So that means I got a bit ahead of myself at the end of the last part. Sorry about that. Anyway, as of right now, that mighty Hisuian Samurott Chariot Battle event is up and running again, although today's the last day. And last video, I was talking about ways that you could deal with that thing. Although I don't think I said everything that I wanted to say, especially since that Hisuian Samurott could potentially have focus energy as one of its moves. Well, first off, critical hits should be the least of your problems, since that Hisuian Samurott can deal loads of damage to begin with. But if you're really that worried about taking a critical hit from that thing, then I guess you can use something that has either Battle Armor or Shell Armor as its ability, whichever one you want, since technically they're kind of the same thing. And there is one Pokemon that I'm picking up that has one of those abilities, that being Shell Armor, and that Pokemon is Hisuian Gudra. I mean, yeah, sure, it's part Steel, so that means it's going to be weak to Sacred Sword. But then again, Hisuian Gudra has pretty good defense, 100 across the board, not to mention the fact that it's a pseudo-legendary, so its survivability is a lot greater than the average Pokemon. Now, I took note of Hisuian Gudra's huge move pool, and, well, I guess you could give it whatever you want. Although, I am looking at the move called Shelter, and, well, I guess that could help me out too, because that gives it a +2 in defense. But then again, maybe not, because since you're facing a wild trash-sized Pokemon, sometimes you have the power to erase your stat modification, so maybe you shouldn't go with any stat boosting moves, because you're just going to lose them later on in the battle anyway. If anything, if you can hold out long enough for you to trash-size your Hisuian Gudra, maybe you should be in the clear. Well, it all depends on what your Hisuian Gudra's Terra type is. I mean, I don't own one myself, and I don't even know how you're supposed to get Hisuian Gudra over to your Scarlet or Violet game. But if I did own one, then I guess the Terra type I would give it would be either Dragon or Electric. Well, the problem with giving Hisuian Gudra Electric as its Terra type is the fact that Hisuian Samurott could potentially have Bulldoze as one of its moves. Although, you really shouldn't be scared of that move all too much, because it only has 60 power, and I'm pretty sure Hisuian Gudra is able to take a move like that. Also, I guess I would give Hisuian Gudra Thunderbolt, so that way I could deal a lot of damage to it. And as for its held item, well, I guess I would give it either the Metronome or another item entirely, which I can't really think of at the moment, because there's so many items I could use. But I can't put those plans into fruition because there's no way I can get Hisuian Gudra over to my Pokemon Scarlet game. So anyway, if you're going to face that Hisuian Samurott, then I guess it's recommended that you go with some pretty bulky Pokemon, and I am thinking of two of them in particular, and those two are Avalugg and Titan. Avalugg's defense of 184, well, I guess that's pretty good, but the only problem is, it's pretty freaking slow. But I don't think too many people are really concerned with that. As for Avalugg, well, having a HP stat of 170, yeah, that's pretty good too, so that way it can take loads of hits. Now, I took note of the fact that one of Titan's egg moves is Entrainment, and that can help you out a lot, so that way you can replace Hisuian Samurott's ability with either Slush Rush or Thick Fat. Not that Hisuian Samurott's going to benefit with those abilities anyway. I mean, I only said that so that way it won't have Sharpness, so that way all four of its slicing moves won't do a whole lot of damage. So yeah, as I said last video, it's pretty crucial that you get rid of Sharpness, so that way maybe Hisuian Samurott's moves won't hit so hard. I mean, I never used a Titan or Avalugg in my life. Oh, Flamethrower? Okay, I didn't see that coming. Okay, I don't think this is going to kill me because Altaria is not a very good Pokemon to begin with. Okay, it didn't. Oh yes, just a reminder, in this game only, Altaria is Dragon and Fairy, because that's the type of its Mega Evolved form, and I didn't take any damage from the hail. Okay, I assume this thing has Cloud 9. So I assume Cloud 9 is supposed to be Altaria's hidden ability. Well, not that I care anyway, because Altaria is not a very good Pokemon to begin with, as I said. Although I did use it years ago, but that was before hidden abilities ever existed. Well, regardless of what ability it has, it's still crap. Oh, here's a way I can heal it myself. Well, good thing this isn't Diamond and Pearl, otherwise I think it would take at least 5 minutes for Blissey's HP to fall to 0. I think I saw some footage of something like that happening. I think someone was facing a level 100 Blissey, and I believe that person used close combat coming from Heracross to take down Blissey in one hit, and its HP fell very slowly. I'm really glad that they sped that up in future Pokemon games because that is absolutely ridiculous. Okay, as I was saying, I never used a Titan or Avalugg in my life, but if I were to, then somewhere along the way, I guess I would terastallize them so that way I won't really expose them to Sacred Sword all that much. But the problem is, I'm not really sure what Terra type would fit those two Pokemon very well because, as I said, I never used those Pokemon in my life. Although, to tell you the truth, I was considering to use Avalugg in my Pokemon Y game, but the problem with that is, as I said before, it's pretty freaking slow, and its special defense is pretty low. As for the Titan, well, I guess I could use that in my Pokemon Scarlet game, although I just didn't think of it at the time. Don't know why. Okay, that Ace Trainer I just fought, I believe she was the last Ace Trainer on Route 217, so now I'm free to move on to Acuity Lakefront. And look who it is, it's Barry on the top of that rock climbable wall. Oh wow, he's ripping on me for being slow. Oh, shut your mouth. I can see you trouble this crap. Okay, now he's telling me about the rocks that are all lumpy on the wall. So he's referring to the HM for rock climb, which I can't use right now because I don't have the Snowpoint badge. Okay, now he's off to confront Team Galactic. Although, judging by what we were told not too long ago, the fact that Team Galactic now have Uxie in their possession, I don't think there's a whole lot that Barry can do. Okay, I don't know why I'm going so slow here. I'd like to know whose idea it was to program this kind of crap in the game. I mean, I don't know if too many people deal with deep snow in real life, but you really shouldn't have to deal with this in a Pokemon game. I mean, yeah, if you're going to put snow, that's great, but just don't make it so deep. I mean, what the hell? Cutie Lakefront. I remember this place. I seem to recall trading here years ago because I wanted to fight in the Battle Tower, and, well, I was only a kid during that time, and I didn't realize that the power bracelets existed. And for that matter, I didn't realize the power bracelets were even obtainable in Pokemon games at all. Okay, what do we... Okay, I was about to say, what do we have over there, but I guess I'll find out after I'm done with this Piloswine. So yeah, as for that Hisuian Samurott, well, I guess if you're struggling with that, then yeah, either go with bulky Pokemon, or if you know a lot of people that you want to play the game with, I guess you could team up so that way you could take down that Hisuian Samurott. Well, hopefully you have a strategy first, otherwise I guess that Hisuian Samurott could make quick work of you in a matter of seconds. Since, as I said before, the partners that the game provides you with, half the time, they suck. Alright, what do we have over here? It is... Oh, an Ultra Ball. Okay, maybe I'll put that to good use later. Oh yes, in the original games, no, not the original games, Diamond and Pearl, rather, Lake Acuity would look a little bit different. Or should I say, Acuity Lakefront would be kind of different looking because back in Diamond and Pearl, there would be some grunts blocking the way to Lake Acuity. Okay, this ship here, it leads to the Battle Zone, but you need to defeat the Elite Four first, which we'll do somewhere down the road. Snowpoint City, pretty tranquil, but the only difference in this place is that. Yeah, such a peaceful and tranquil city, and something like that has to happen. No, Team Galactic is not behind this. So, what's going on is, well, first off, there's this place called Snowpoint Temple, and at the bottom floor of that place is the legendary Pokemon Regigigas, and for some reason, it's going on a rampage. I don't know why. I don't know if this is a direct reference to the anime, because I think something like that happened before. I mean, there was an incident in the anime where Regigigas was on a rampage, and that's because Pokemon Hunter J wanted to steal it. But in the process, Regigigas was rudely awakened, and it went on a rampage. Okay, and I assume this guy's going to tell me that the gym leader, that being Candace, is going to fix the problem. But obviously, I have to be the one to do it, so that means I have to go to Snowpoint Temple. Yes, I'm going to Snowpoint Temple immediately after entering Snowpoint City. You can't do this in the original games because, well, you have to wait until the post-game in order to enter Snowpoint Temple. Okay, I don't know if I'm going to enter inside Snowpoint Temple in this video, but if I am, then you're going to see something different. Access to the temple is restricted. Yeah, that is true, but first, I think I have to fight a couple of trainers so that way I can enter the temple. The Diamond Dust Girl, huh? I don't really see Diamond Dust all too much. Oh yes, I believe Regigigas did appear in the movie Giratina and the Sky Warrior, but I don't think it went on a rampage. All I remember was I think its slumber was disturbed because I think the main antagonist was doing something. I don't quite remember what that person was doing. It's been a while since I last saw that movie, so yeah, my memory of that movie is kind of faulty. All I remember was I think Regigigas and a bunch of mammal swines were pushing something, and once that was done, Regigigas went back to sleep. Okay, why not? I guess I'll fight this trainer right now. I'm not really sure if I fought this trainer already, but if I didn't, then okay, but if I did, then I guess I'll fight her again, because at this point, I guess her levels are a lot higher than they were before. Is Wigglytuff fairy in this game? Actually, I think it is. Oh, crap. Well, I kind of messed up because I was thinking, is Wigglytuff normal fairy? Oh, hold on a second. I think it is. I think it is normal fairy. Okay, then. I guess I take back that comment I just said a few seconds ago, where I got frustrated because I made a huge mistake. Okay, here's something that's a fairy type. Maybe I should switch over to something else, but I just wanted Lucario to get in on the action. So yeah, I am going to capture Regigigas later on, just not right now, even though I could potentially do that because, well, since it's rampaging, it only makes sense that you could capture Regigigas, but yeah, that can't happen right now because I need the 3 Regis in order to capture Regigigas, but that's going to happen later on in the game. Okay, good thing I connected with Ice Punch because I really didn't want to miss with Ice Punch because that thing was going for Minimize. Okay, I'm just going to have to remember that I think Wigglytuff is supposed to be normal fairy in this game. Did Wigglytuff's type change when fairy was first introduced? I don't quite recall because, well, I never really used Wigglytuff in my entire life. Okay, so Snowpoint City, there's not a whole lot to do here except check out the Pokemon Center, check out the Pokemon, do the gym, and then there's the Snowpoint Temple, but as I said, I can only go in there once I defeat a couple of trainers. Okay, let's see if the Pokemon has any particular items that maybe I could use. Well, the person on the right, I don't think she's going to have anything of use. Well, there's potions, but I don't think I need any potions to use right now. So yeah, as for that whole incident where Regigigas was going on a rampage in the anime, yeah, Hunter J disturbed it because she wanted to capture it and I guess make a profit off of it because, yeah, apparently she's supposed to be a poacher, and poaching is against the law, of course. And ultimately she failed to do so, and I believe Regigigas used Confuse Ray on Brandon's Pokemon of Regice, Regirock, and Registeel, and yeah, unfortunately those 3 were going on a rampage as well. Oh, Dust Balls? How many do I have? 23? I don't think I need any Dust Balls right now, so if I need to buy any, then I guess I'll come back to either this Pokemon or the one in Slaceon Town. And then somehow, I think Regigigas used Hidden Power to heal the 3 Regis. Yeah, I really don't get how that works. I guess Nintendo logic, or maybe that's just the logic of the anime or something. I don't know. It just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me at all. Also, taking note of the fact that in Sword and Shield, yeah, I have to have all 5 of the Regis, not just the 3 regular Regis, but also Regidraco and Regieleki, and yeah, that's kind of irritating because, well, I think you're only restricted to one of those new Regis. Okay, there's a red candy over here, so yeah, I was willing to put myself in deep snow so that way I could grab that rare candy. Okay, I believe there's something over here, over to that house over there. Now, in that house, there would have been a move tutor, but as I said a long time ago, all the move tutors were moved over to Route 212, so the only thing you can't get in there right now is the Super Rod. Yes, you heard me right. You can get the Super Rod pretty early in the game. Well, I wouldn't exactly call this early, but I think you know what I mean. Okay, it's from this guy over here. I don't think I'm really going to use the Super Rod for anything, but, well, I might as well get it anyway, so that way I could use it later on, because I'm planning to capture a few Pokemon using the Super Rod. Okay, what's that book over to the right say? Do I have enough time to see? Okay, I guess not. Okay, I believe this guy wants to tell me a trendy saying, but looks to me like I don't have enough time to oblige him, so I think I'm going to save him for next time. So next time, we're going to solve Snowpoint City's earthquake problem. See you then.